So at long last, well, 4 months, the beta for Diablo 4 is over. So it's a W for now. In a few more days, I think 6 days more, we are also getting an itemization update. And I do hope that is also an even bigger update than what we got yesterday or today, whatever, depending on time zones. So there's just some things I still want to kind of clarify. One of the biggest issues with me is still how the camera is looking. You can just see in here now I'm in a nightmare dungeon and I can't really see anything. So now I'm gonna go out and try find a mob. Going through the first little empty areas. I don't know why every area is always so empty when you enter them. No rifts or whatever ever like this in Diablo 3, but you always have to go through like empty parts of the dungeon. And see there, I can't even see the missiles. Now I'm gonna go back. At first there I can see it again. It's so not zoomed in. I don't know if it's some technical issues or some behind the scenes thing where they just don't allow us to be zoomed in. But Blizzard really needs to fix the camera in this game. It can't be said how shit it is. Just let us zoom out. Like when you go to the Tree of Whispers, you really get to be zoomed out and everything. It's actually hard to see what's going on the screen. And now let's just continue here. Oh, I hate these things here also just needs to be nerfed so they don't hit you across the screen. It's so annoying. But another thing I also just wanted to mention, maybe this is again specifically for the wizard, but I'm pretty sure even in like 2 months, what are the wizard or the sorceress in this game still like? It's still gonna use 3-4 shields to survive. It's still gonna use Frost Nova, and you're only doing Frost Nova, or you're only doing damage when you're using Frost Nova, and then you got your main spell and maybe a filler spell, or you have your teleport for movement or whatever. I don't know how other classes works. Well, I do, because I know that the Necromancer has like 2 permanently filled up abilities, and like the Warrior has 4 shouts. So it's sort of the same. Every class has these mandatory skills that you can't take off your abilities bars. There's no real, there's no real way to be creative in builds. Because say I want to make a fire sorceress. I want to make a fire sorceress instead of playing Ice Shard, which is, by the way, the only build at endgame that the wizard apparently still can only play, or whatever. Maybe Blizzard is also good for killing Uber Lilith or something. But say again, I wanted to make a fire sorceress or fire wizard, whatever you want to call it. I'm still going to be using Flame Steel. I'm still going to use Frost Nova, Teleport, probably Ice Armor, and maybe even Deep Freeze. Or maybe I would change out Deep Freeze, but that would be about it. I would still use almost the same abilities that I'm using today with the same passives. I hate the build diversity in this game. I don't know why they think that it was okay to ship the game where, again, like the Warrior has 4 shouts on his ability bar or something, and that is for every build, or what do I know? And probably the worst thing about Diablo 4 is that it's a completely isolated, anti-social game where you never have to group up with other people. Some people love that. I don't fucking get these people that they are literally playing an online game, but they don't want to play with other people. That is so fucking boring, and I hate that mindset that some players have, that, okay, you can wish for your offline mode or whatever, but I don't want to play offline. I don't mind the lag. I can live with that. It's okay. I don't want to play hardcore anyways. Whatever. They should, of course, still have an offline mode. I get why people will want that. But the specific thing about Diablo 4 being completely anti-social is true. This is Diablo 2, a game that is, 25 years old now or something like that. Look. What am I in? What am I in? I'm able to do all these sorts of things. I'm getting a fucking... They literally, when I open this game now, they're literally trying to explain you what a lobby system is. Because the people from this fucking generation, like 10 years younger than me, they don't know what a lobby system is. They don't know what a lobby system is. They open this game here and they have to be told what a lobby system is. We need this in Diablo 3. We never got it, but we can still hope for it in Diablo 4, right? I want to create multiple games where I can either trade in, like right now with the new event, the new update or whatever, we're gonna get these tradable currencies for endgame bosses. They have, of course, gonna be a very, very hot commodity. Everyone is either gonna want to sell theirs or trade them. Like the meta right now, the fucking meta in Diablo 4 right now can be grinding gold. I'm not kidding you. You can get rich, you can get fat fucking loot from just grinding gold. So you can either flip the materials or you can buy them, you can buy the currencies for the bosses and then get fat loot from that. You just have to grind gold, then go to some specific trade channel or whatever in the game and you can buy the materials for the bosses. Ain't trading great? Social things, oh my god, trading is so good. But no, apparently people hate trading in Diablo games or something. They want to be antisocial or whatever. But I just want to mention again how great the lobby system is in Diablo 2, and we so badly need it. We need a lobby system in every online game pretty much. It's that important for me. You can go down here, you can socialize with other people, there's a chat, all these sorts of great things, and then you can name your games. Oh my god, you can just call it Nightmare 70 plus farm. Okay, well, limited characters, but literally you can name your games. You can find the right people for what you want to do. So say you want to avoid toxic rush players. If you don't like toxic rush players, they're not going to wait on you for looting items or whatever. You can make a game for that. You can find the specific type of person that you want to play with. But right now in Diablo 4, the only way that you can play with other people is you literally force. It's like, okay, say you're out on the street, you're walking around, oh my god, I wish I could, find a new friend. Don't we all wish that? But you would literally have to walk up to a person and say, hey, do you want to do something to a stranger on the street? That's the same social interaction we have right now in Diablo 4, where you have to go to like, after the world boss or another event, whatever, you have to literally whisper people and say, hey, want to stick around? Hey, want to do more after the event is over? Hey, want to continue playing? Instead, we can just have a lobby system where people can browse through the games, see what games are up, and all that sort of stuff. It would be so easy for Blizzard to implement this. I know it would be, because they already did it 25 years ago, and I don't understand why Diablo 3 never even got this. The lobby system in Diablo 3 it exists, but it's very bad, let's be honest. So I don't understand why they could make the perfect social game system. And I do mean social system. It really is very social to play. Like you can just see here, perfect titled games that you can quickly get an overview of what you want to do. Like even something like this free game. Okay, if you're gonna join that game, if it's like made, can even see elapsed time and everything. It's so perfect. My god, I could talk about this for hours, and I already have in like 3-4 other videos on my channel. I just want a lobby system in Diablo 4. It is the perfect system to implement in the next season. I mean, come on, Blizzard. It's been 4 months now. Honestly, I was thinking it would maybe even be a year before there would even be any major quality of life changes. But okay, at least 4 months now. The beta for Diablo 4 is over. So yes, obviously it's nice to have all these new things, like they're gonna fix the mount, they're gonna fix inventory space with gems, they're gonna fix just so many things. It's great. But we already knew that it was coming, because it's so obvious the game should never have been released in the state it was in. I don't even understand why Blizzard thought they had to rush the game out or something, because they were... Here's the thing with Blizzard games. Look, I've been playing Blizzard games since Diablo 2 pretty much. I think 2... Yeah, I've actually been playing Blizzard games since before 2000, because I played Warcraft 2. Yeah, so literally played... I know Blizzard games, and the problem with Blizzard games is that they never beta test their games in a full capacity. They always do these like lame beta tests where they invite people from specific press media for only like 2 weeks, and then maybe an open beta test for like a week or two, where they limit how much you can even do in the game, and players can never generate enough feedback. They should have a beta test that is literally a year long, and I do mean this, a fucking year to test the game out before it comes out. A lot of games on Steam are doing that for 5 years, 10 years. I mean, come on, a lot of people are talking about Last Epoch right now. It's a game that I'm interested in trying to play, but I don't want to play it until it comes out. I'd rather just have people leave feedback, and then I can try that game when it's fully released or whatever. If Diablo 4 did the same model, look, they need all the help that they can get. It's fucking Blizzard. They have no real talent left. It's obvious that all the good talent left the company like 20 years ago or 10 years ago or 5 years ago. They should just beta test. Everything should be in a public beta test where people like Rex can literally do free consultant work and have a 40-page spreadsheet with everything that needs to be changed. These sort of little things like they're going to change now. Something like nightmare dungeons teleporting into the dungeon when you click the sigil instead of having the extra loading screen. It's these sort of things here that they're literally just doing everything that we had like in Diablo 3, like the stats on the fucking items. Look at this bullshit. They are finally gonna put intelligence on the top instead of having it randomly sorted throughout your, like these sort of amateur things that we are finally getting now. Okay, I thought it would be more than a year before we would finally get these quality of life changes. 4 months, 5 months is a pretty good thing, but I do worry. There are so many core issues that I still dislike about the game. Look, this is an MMO. I want to be social. I want to group up with people. The best thing about something like, I don't love it a lot. Well, I actually do. I kind of love WoW Classic. And the cool thing with WoW Classic is that the game forces you to be social. You can't do shit if you don't group up with people. You have to do these dungeons regularly while you're leveling to get gear so you can continue leveling even faster, and so on and so on. There's just so many... I want a lobby system in Diablo 4 before it can actually get good, because I want to play with people. I want to have fun nightmare dungeon groups where you can just look sort of like in Diablo 3 right now, where you can continuously join these public games, and hopefully you maybe get into a group where the stars align and you do like 3-4 runs with that group before some of them start leaving and you had your fun. That's what I want in Diablo 4. But right now, you could probably play this game for 500 hours and you don't even add one person to like a friend list or whatever, because there's no systems, there's no way to be social in the game unless you are willing to just go and ask people straight up, hey, don't leave after the world boss, let's do 5 nightmare dungeons after the world boss is dead. That's the only way that we can get people. That's the only way you can get people to play with you right now, and I hate that. But yeah, okay, good for now. Good stuff coming in like few more days. Maybe they're even gonna fix the loot, because my god, the loot. I mean, just look at this. This is like one of the best weapons that I have one of the best loots even I have right now at 71. I haven't played it more than that because my god, the game is just too boring. I couldn't even make it to 75. But take a look at this shit here. So why is this wand here so good that I wanted to fully upgrade it? I wanted to imprint a good affix I found. Well, this is pretty clean. You can see that it's sort of like Diablo 3 where you just have vulnerable, crit, and then some core, but then you have this weird thing, damage to distant enemies. Oh my god, just remove all these things. And another thing is also, it's pretty annoying that the base roll of weapons, lucky hit chance, that is not something that's guaranteed to be on wands or whatever. Like, there's just too much stats and affixes that can roll on items. I really think they need to tune down the amount of stats that can be on items to make the rolls more fair. I'm not saying that we should be done gearing in like 11 hours. Gearing should also be a long progress. But it is that in Diablo 3 you're never really able to gear super quickly. It still takes some time to get ancient items or even a primal offhand and primal weapon and so on. But yeah, I don't want to ramble more than this. I mean, the game has so much potential, but it just needs to let us zoom out the camera, get some fucking stats and builds that actually has variation. Why are my sorceries so limited? I can't play without Frost Nova. And when Frost Nova is on cooldown, I'm not able to do any damage. What? Why is crowd control the only way that the sorcerers can do damage in this game? It makes no sense. It's sort of like in Diablo 3, right now the wizard in Diablo 3 is the best build in the entire game by far, sort of, I guess. And in that game, the Meteor Talrasha is the meta, so you're just spamming meteors everywhere. It's fun, it's easy to play, but it would be something like if you didn't stun mobs in Diablo 3, your meteors wouldn't do damage. That's the same build, that's the same playstyle I have right now in this game here. It is just so annoying, it's so clunky, and it limits every potential for the sorceress to have build variation. And I'm sure it's the same for your class, your druid, your rogue, whatever, that you have the same issues that I'm talking about, where you have to put 3 or 4 skills on your abilities bar for every build that you make. And then please just think about how we can make this game more social. I want to play with people. That's what makes this game way more fun. If you get some like-minded persons where you can just play for 40 minutes and say, hey, good runs, thanks, I even got a loot, cool. And you don't have to add them to the friend list or whatever if you don't want to. You don't have to be super social, but at least just give us some way to actually enjoy other people's company in a casual way. So yeah, so much potential, but I just don't really think that Blizzard are willing to put in maybe some of the things that I like in games. Maybe I am just too I feel like the older I get, the more I know what I want in games. I know what I like, and I guess that's maybe some issues that I have, where I set a high standard for games. I'm looking specifically for things that I enjoy, and if the games don't have that, I can't enjoy the game at all. I don't even care about the game if they don't have the things that I enjoy. But damn, so far so good. The update today, whatever, is pretty good, so I'm not gonna complain too much.